divine. Word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, say, the truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you, for you, for you. The truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you. I want to thank God for the gift that He granted to me, to break down things so you can see the truth, the light, with all my soul. From funk, jazz, and rock and roll, I say wicked men rule what's overdue. A revolution you and I may come true. We all born sinner and we won't break free until we overcome hypocrisy. So stop pointing finger, reach to the sky, listen to the message, hold your head high, say na 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 na. Hey, we need to stop speculating and move into action. The war isn't waiting, it's just getting disastrous. Time to change the way we think, what we say, what we do, strategize, find the tools to build and execute. We are the ones that's chosen. The enemy is closing. They got the masses hypnotized. It's time for us to open their eyes. Word from the wise, never catch pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Say, word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Yeah, word from the wise, never catch your pearls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Yeah.
Stop! Yo! Something tells me to kill him dead up in this piece. Angry frustrations I shall release, cause I'm about to let loose the beast. Ha! Hear ye, all you asshole MCs. It's time to throw a party for it's the doom.
Therefore we are a people whose legacy transcends 400 years of European captivity. This is my history, rooted in African spirituality, preaching and teaching to love the original self, respect nature, ancestor veneration, seek the righteous path to knowledge, wisdom and understanding of life and death, because we live forever. As long as our children speak about our African legacy, this is my history. From Amenhotep to Malcolm X, from Hatshepsut to Assata Shakur, from the Orisha to Kwanzaa, from Cairo to the Cape, from Cuba to Trinidad and Tobago, from Asia to Australia, from the beginning of time to infinity. This is my history. Nubian, Kemitian, Ashanti, Wolof, Hausa, Yoruba, Zulu, African people, black people, my people, our people. Now when I speak of black, I mean color, culture, and spiritual consciousness. To know that self-knowledge is key to our liberty in this war against Euro-American South African brutality. This is my history. This is my history. Them say what is to be must be.
Life is but a continuous cycle. But now I speak we write in foreign tongues because they came, they saw, they conquer. Genocide I is mine. Like the devil they stole with land. Kidnap with soul for pieces of gold. Rape my mother, behead my father, castrate my brother, lust for my sister. This is my history. Victims of European pirates of the seven seas, who came in boats from ships, sailed by heroes of Caucasian descendants. Sir Francis Drake, Henry Morgan, Cristobal Colon, Henry the Navigator, John Hawkins, who stripped us and packed us like rats in hulls of slave ship, a free trip down Atlantic lane, to experience only sorrow and pain. This is my history. This is my history. Once living in high society, wild beast of Yulan with baton in hand, remind me of 20th century Babylon. From the cave they sprang with the assistance of an African, only to wreak havoc in foreign land. Talking about Ice Age people, European people, British, French, Dutch, Spanish, Portuguese, white people. Now when I speak of white, I mean those racist crackers who plot to annihilate my story. This is my history. This is my history. Telling her story, because in essence I am she and she is me. As godlike beings, let us restore our strength and power. No right from wrong. Teach the youth the truth about him African roots. This is my history. So don't be pessimistic, because all is not lost. Since I stand before you, moving and grooving to revolutionary sounds invoked by my lost but found spiritual self. So picture a scene of the moon and the sun, because that is truly she and me. This is my history.
2, 1, Ujamaa, 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 and Eve myth, interpreted as it was later on in history, led to profound conceptions of the woman as inferior, and sometimes in some civilizations as essentially evil. So she's supposed to be the great seductress, the weaker kind, etc. This was not the case in the African mythology. So that you already had a divine myth which gave a basis. It was a sort of bedrock for a reality that could give the woman greater freedom and power. It is not an accident, therefore, that many of the goddesses of the Europeans were black. They could have chosen their own women, they chose some of their own women, but the most important goddesses were black. Not just for the African now, in the civilization of the Greek. The Greek was so profoundly affected by the Africans that the goddess of chastity was a black woman, Artemis. The goddess of wisdom was a black woman, Minerva. The goddess of beauty was a black woman, Diana. And many of their great mythological figures which were critical to the vision of history, the history of the Greeks in the Odyssey, the woman who has the power to draw Odysseus and all his crew into her, is Circe, who is represented as a black woman with African features on the Greek vases. The woman who helps Jason win the Golden Fleece is a black woman, Medea. The woman who marries Perseus, the Greek hero, is a black woman, Andromeda. If you see them represented in Hollywood, they're all white. But if you go back to the original vases, the original art of the Greeks, you will find that the only women they could find to represent the finest attributes in the feminine world were black women. Actual black women. They were literally living black women in Ethiopia who were made into legendary goddesses in Greece. That first invasion of Africa by Europe was not an invasion like the invasions that occurred later. The European was startled by the advances of the Africans. So startled that Alexander decided to build his capital in Africa rather than go back into Europe. And every major Greek thinker, Thales of Miletus, Democritus, Pythagoras, Eudoxus, Anaximander, Anaximenes, Heraclitus, they all came down. Plato, all of them came into Egypt, and those who did not come claimed they came because it was so prestigious. And they therefore saw women differently. In this new edition of Black Women in Antiquity, there is a remarkable woman called Hypatia. For a long time we thought she was a Greek woman, until Beatrice Lumpkin, doing studies in the rights of women in ancient Greece, found that black women had power and freedoms that the white woman was not allowed. The Greek woman could not head a department in a university, but she could in Egypt. She could not pursue a scientific pursuit without a companion or someone in charge of her. It was possible in Egypt, so that when she studied Hypatia and the freedoms Hypatia had and the kind of work she was doing, it was easy to come to the conclusion no Greek woman at the time was allowed those opportunities. And in that Alexandrian war, where you have a mix later of the Greek and the African, you find the African woman has certain advantages that the Greek woman does not have and will not have for a long time to come. Now, Isis, the great goddess, affected, as I say, Europe as deeply as she affected Africa. All major European powers built shrines to the black goddess Isis. Even the Roman lunatic Caligula built a shrine to Isis.
Power. Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power. Black woman, the black power. I said this one for you. I said this one for you.
I said this one's for you. I said this one's for you.
Let me start at the beginning. Way before the ratchetness, before they raped our women. Way black. Black in the time, a woman can't come from a man, so she birthed mankind. Through that holy yoni in between her legs divine. You can't see it from this angle with the Eurocentric mind. You've been trained well, so your future is behind. Take a look around, girl, the truth ain't hard to find. See that white standard of beauty got you bleaching your mind. For 400 years they said you was ugly, but you're fine. Shit, more than fine, got a beauty they can't match even. Brains too strong and wise like Queen Sheba. Most can't deal with your strength, that's why they still beat ya. Took you out the Holy Trinity, but still need ya. Back to black consciousness is where I'm trying to see ya. I'm a Sar, you're a set, on the throne is where I keep ya. Black woman. Serve all you was put here to do. Not realizing these qualities were put into you. Cause your leadership skills are natural. Don't believe me, Queen and Zinga let the with visions of chauvinistic theatricals. Now it's my mission to grab the culture and get back to you, so we can show the seeds what it is they have to do. Break the chains, runaway slave, they coming after you. Keep the men and women at odds and take the child too. Make sure she have more than one baby daddy, your dad'll do. 400 years later, no savior, they Willie lynched you.
Your captain ass crack, if you want protection, play the rear. No man in this world I fear. My sound beats down for your protection. I advise you wear headgear. I spill the beans on Bruce Wayne, known as Batman. Cape no crusader, just your average white man. Who me, I'm black man, more superhero than Letterman. I come equipped with joints like these to be the shit, removing the S to the back, and somehow I still make hits. Don't you look around, I leave you stinking like the space between an asshole and clitoris on a 50-year homeless woman. Now ain't that some shit? You bite so many styles, that's not hard to believe. Your captain's Alibaba and you, one of the 40 thieves. Prior mocking strain to reach my levels like peas when storm creates obese monstrous mechanisms like this. I've been around and seen a lot of MCs get wrecked from a lack of respect because there is no competition. I've been around and seen a lot of MCs get wrecked from a lack of respect because there is no competition.
Hit me with all my shit. Man, I'm stuck in limbo. I can't get out. This is my jam. Shouts out Storm 9000. I still don't know who this is singing. But Storm, this beat is Storm. Good morning, tribe. Good morning. Oh my God. Bring me in before they mix something else up in this, man. Well, come on, bring me in. Oh, man. Listen, fam, listen. I know I'm running late. I know. Stop with all the complaints. I'm running late. You know what I'm saying? I had to, but thanks to the system, I had problems with the mic, and thanks to the system that I'm using, I was able to shut down real quick, get my mic back into the mix, and y'all didn't even know it. But hey, hold on, check this. Life is a stage. Life is a stage, and we are players. So if life is a stage, then the world is the theater in which we perform. But who are we playing for? Is there some galactic audience out there watching us perform? Is there some galactic audience out there waiting to give us applause when we make our final curtain call? We are the players, and some of us play our roles so well that we become so consumed that we begin to think that we are the roles that we play. Some of us become so consumed in our roles full of doom and gloom that we act out our ways into tombs. We play our roles. To the best of our ability, we play our roles, not realizing we are solely losing our souls as our memories grow cold and we forget who and what we are. We are the true stars coming from the original spark of the universe. We originally took these roles to teach ourselves what we were not, but in all the playing we forgot. Yes, we are the players, and life is the stage, but sometimes I can't help but to wonder who is really being played. Family, I want to welcome you this morning to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you, Anime. You on point this morning. Something must be afoot, family. Anime is up and on time. I don't know what to say, but welcome to the congregation of the mighty. This is the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle builds muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you, Anime. I was just testing you to see if you was ready. And of course, this is the Daily Toast right now. And I stand, and I am here to tell you that, of course, this is a Heart of a Summer production. Oh, man, when we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Man, let me tell you, family, listen, man. My alarm went off on Ujamaa. For some reason, I had my alarm set off to go exactly at 4:30. Usually, I had my alarm go off an hour earlier so that I could go on and know that the moment is approaching for me to get up and then get up. But during this quarantine time, I'm able to click and allow me to sleep for an extra half an hour and get up at 5 because I could do my show a little bit later because I'm not really expected over to the to my adventure too early. But because especially since my babies are here, I don't have to get them ready. I don't have to iron their clothes. I can already just shoot. I go, if I wanted to, I go rough and ready. But y'all know, brother, how Tim loved the iron. I don't play. You know what I'm saying? Iron is a very serious thing. The iron is a philosophy. The iron is an all-important concept that I think that we have lost, but we haven't lost it over here. You know why we haven't lost it over here? Because it's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. We knocking out wrinkles over at this motherfucker. We ain't playing. I ain't playing. I'm knocking the wrinkles. I'm trying to knock the wrinkles out of my life, out of your life, and we're just out here doing what we do, right? So, but this morning, my alarm went off at 4:30, and I knew it. I said, "It's Ujamaa, damn." I said, "Damn, it's really time to get up. It's not a pre-work. So I say, well, cool. All right, Google, wake me up in 30 minutes. Okay, I wake you up in 30 minutes. I close my eyes, and it seems like as soon as I close my eyes, the alarm went off. So I said, cool. I got up. I said, well, damn, I got a little bit more time. Not having time. Say, hey, I'm going to take me a bath. So y'all already know. As soon as I hit that bath water, it's like, shit. I'm going to take before I hit the water, I'm going to take just a quick bath. I know I should take a shower, but I can control this. So I sit in that tub. So relaxing. So peaceful. I said, damn. Ah, man, I forgot I got to do the show. Get up. Get out the tub. Step outside, and waiting for me is this beautiful, beautiful shining moon. Family, if you have not had a chance to go out there and look at the moon in all of her glory, oh my God. I mean, it was clear this morning. Now, the clouds, you can see the clouds coming in, but one cloud went by, and it looked it was such a beautiful scene. And I was just wishing that if I was thinking, I would have took my camera out and kind of recorded it. But it's nothing like seeing it yourself. So I would advise that during this time of quarantine, family, that some of us, we take some time to do some stuff that we usually wouldn't do. I titled this, the moon is beautiful. I wonder if it has COVID-19, because COVID-19 right now got to be in everything if you're going to get hit, if people going to watch you. You know what I'm saying? But, hopefully it is some news out there that's not necessarily about COVID-19. And guess what? We got some of it here at Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Of course, tonight, 9 p.m.,
Word from the wise, never catch.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah. We were born to be great. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black?
man. So tonight we got tribal quotes, and I'm trying to remember how we did it. So last week was the second, and we were supposed to get the computer. We never got the computer. So we covered 3. We ain't necessarily talk about all 3. So this time we're gonna move to the next 3. I'm thinking that today is the 9th. Am I correct? Is today the 9th? I would assume that today is the 9th. Yes, we are right. Today is the 9th. So the 3 we will cover. I like writing the dates on top. The days we will cover. The last time we covered these proverbs was on 6/18/2016. 6/18/2016. One person's eyes may be made of another person's mouth, say the knowledge holders. That's pretty good. Yeah. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, said the knowledge holders. That's number 2. And number 3, I hope you're ready. Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead and the reassembling of the dismembered. And move them toward the first source, said the knowledge holders, which leads to heaven in the soul and brings rebirth. Damn. Anime looked up at me and said, well, damn, I'm gonna quit if I don't do my job on that one. Let me read that one for you again. It's just like I keep telling y'all, man, our ancestors have already, in a sense, given us the solution to all our problems. Now, they just gave you the secret to immortality. Now, we on page 10. They done gave you the secret to immortality if you can hear and if you can see. They gave you that, but then they just told you how to raise the dead. Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead. Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead. Brother Hatim, what do they mean? You have to come tonight so that we can go and discuss this. Right? I might need to call some of my elders on the line for this one. You know what I'm saying? Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead and the reassembling of the dismembered. Now, I just want to point something out to you. Right? Dismemberment. Right? This is one of the major themes in especially one of our myths. Right? Who was dismembered and put back together? Hold on. Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead and the reassembling of the dismembered, and move them toward the first source. What is the first source? Can I find this? Said the knowledge holder, which leads to heaven in the soul and brings rebirth. So not only does it teach you how to raise the dead, but it also teaches you how to be reborn again. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a fifth of lines. So let's go through it one more time for the night so that y'all could be versed up. Y'all could go on and maybe we could do a clip of this. Let me see if I can clip this. If somebody see, this is why, if y'all was on speaker or I had somebody in the family that was working the boards, they would be able to clip this and be able to put this up for a commercial tonight. See, we got to start thinking like a media company, a media tribe, right? And I'm going to tell you why, because we got to, on the timeline, somebody is getting and hearing what Brother Hatem is saying, right? Here we go. One person's eyes may be made of another person's mouth. So they're knowledge holders. Ask the Republican Party. Okay, I'm sorry. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, say the knowledge holder. 2 lines. Immortality. Teach you about immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom. Are you a partaker of great wisdom? Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead and the reassembling of the dismembered, and move them toward the first source, said the knowledge holders, which leads to heaven in the soul and brings rebirth. Now, I am going to find some of these and post them back up, because the copy that is being sold on Gye-Nyame Journey right now, family, listen, I want y'all to know, I've been telling y'all about this book since I started at the beginning with podcasting. Now, the link where I was selling these books, that the book used to go for $10. Now, it has moved up to $125 a piece. Y'all ain't hearing me. Y'all following the stock market. I follow the wisdom market, goddammit. Listen, the book that I posted up on Gye-Nyame Journey's timeline, GyeNyameJourney.com. You don't believe me? You go look at it yourself. When I posted it up to be sold, so that Gye-Nyame, you know what I'm saying, boom, we got to have some other hustles. We got to have several different streams of income. I'm like, yo, family, we need to get this book. We need to get this book. I'm going to look for another method of getting the book, because hopefully I still got the publisher's number. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We got ways of getting in touch with them, because we used to get the books. We used to get boxes of the books, right? This was one book that I didn't mind people stealing, right? I knew somebody would, right? But anyway, the book went from $10. And when I recently checked on my site, I said, why ain't nobody pushing this damn link? I looked on there, it said $125. $125 from 10. Oh my God. All right, so we're going to cover that tonight. All right, so family, now it's time. It's time for us to gather around the digital fire, right? The digital fire pit, and do our thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. We a little bit late, so what? But y'all know that it's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. And you know faking. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Black Cave is where I'm at all the time. I ain't like back, man. I ain't got another world to go to and hide. It's real life here. And it costs. So y'all know where we're going. You know how rappers do it to me. Can you turn it up? Turn it up. Yeah, turn it up. Drink your water. Come on. Drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should I say, breathe, then drink. Take a deep breath with me. Now, grab your glass for some water. Get your pitcher of that water on your bottle. Lift that pitcher of that water. Mine's is copper. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour the drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Move your body, drink some water. Oh. Move your body, drink some water. Come on. Family, move your body. Drink, 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 drink. Ah. Or should I say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, raise, toast, then. But take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, move. Ah. But to stay healthy, breathe, drink, eat, move. Eat a culturally appropriate diet. Drink half your weight in ounces. But hey, take your breath. Drink water though. Lift and pour. Move your body, toast your ancestors, drink up. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body, toast your ancestors. Family, family, family. Oh, my major program just shut down on me. Hopefully we still streaming, but I have every faith that we are. But I'm going to put the code in anyway so that I can keep up with you. Make sure that y'all getting what you are supposed to get. I want to thank all those that's been supporting Gye-Nyame Journey throughout the years and from the many different places that you are. We truly 100% appreciate you. For all those that do want to add their ancestors to our list, if you follow the simple instructions that are up on the chart, you could go on and you go have your ancestors toasted on a daily basis, like we do here on Gye-Nyame Journey. Shouts out to Brother D. Shouts out to anybody that's out there. What they said, I put the wrong code in. Impossible for me to put in the wrong code. It's a conspiracy. You're still streaming on YouTube, no break. Cool. That's what I'm saying. And guess what Brother Devin using? He's communicating directly to the show through the application that not only it texts him to let him know that the show started, but he's turning around and he's hitting me up on the Discord. Family, please understand that the Black Signal is going to be retired. Right? Or is going to be changed. We're going to have a black signal, but it's not going to be like it was. I'm not going to be sending out these texts like this anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, family, y'all going to need to get on our Discord because we have to start moving and grooving with some modern technology. I know it's uncomfortable for some of y'all. I know some changes are hard. It's hard for me when people come in and they want to change stuff. Like, for example, I was giving the nurse on my adventure a hard time because she was just doing her job. She needed to take temperature. I'm like, I ain't giving you my temperature. That's my personal business. I'm not giving you my temperature. I'm not going to do it. Right? But she just doing her job. She doing what she's supposed to do. She trying to keep everybody safe. Brother Hot Tim, you know what I'm saying? So, I had to go, and make adjustments. And all of us, we have to make adjustments during this time, not just for this pandemic, but if we want to grow into the 21st century. We have to be willing. We don't have the luxury of the moon to just stay the same generation after generation. No, we have to adapt. We have to be able and willing to move, family, not be stuck. And many of us are stuck. And we have to get unstuck from this old shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to move forward, right? I mean, it's like, and one of the things I have to start doing, I'm going to have to start, I got to stop working from the lowest common denominator. Because part of the issue with some of the stuff that we do, we have to adjust it because, it's this thing about us being able to accommodate everybody. People with short attention spans and shit like that. Playing towards the lowest common denominator. I'm like, I'm at a point in time in my life where I don't want to fuck with the lowest common denominator no more. You know what I'm saying? I leave that for the young people. You understand what I'm saying? The young people start reaching for the lowest common denominator. I figure that individuals that are listening with me and rocking with me, I'm figuring that obviously you got some type of attention span. You got it's there, right? You know what I'm saying? We be doing 4-hour shows. You know what I'm saying? I talk 4 hours straight. So I'm, and people like, well, the number's small. Cool, I'll take them. I would rather have somebody who had an attention span than somebody who just, that just didn't want to practice any type of control, any of the principles of entering the temple, control of thought, control of action, devotion of purpose. That don't mean shit to a lot of people. You understand what I'm saying? Control of thought. I just want to move. Control of action. Why should I? Devotion. Stop. I'm not devoted to nothing. We don't need them. We need people devoted to what we're doing. We need people devoted to us. Devoted to bringing our people to where they need to be. Devotion of purpose. You know what I'm saying? Devotion. Damn, that's a beautiful word. Devotion. Just think about it. I am devoted to you. Actually, that shit sounds better than I love you. I am devoted to you. Wow. Devotion. My devotion for you. It rolls off the tongue. Devotion. Listen, family, believe me when I say every morning, I ain't gonna say every morning, but it's been, I'm getting older. And it gets harder for me to get up. But once I get on here, the devotion of purpose kicks in. It kicks in. And I have to give you all that I got. I have to leave it on empty. Devotion. Right? And I don't think it's unfair for us to ask for a little devotion from the people that we serve. I don't think it's unfair to ask for some patience from the people that we serve. Hold on, this about my computer. This from FedEx. I'm gonna read you the bullshit. You know, this is news. It's always real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. Let's see. FedEx scheduled for delivery today. Reply. Estimated delivery, Columbus, Ohio, U.S. 0409. Stop to cancel. So it's in transit. It says in transit, estimated delivery, no time to Columbus, Ohio. But let me read what they've been sending to me. I've been, they were supposed to be there yesterday. Y'all know it was supposed to be there actually last Ujamaa. Unable to deliver. Track for details. Schedule for delivery. Unable to deliver. Track for details. Scheduled for delivery. This been going on. Picked up, scheduled for delivery on 403. Take control, manage your delivery, reply, and enroll. But they was telling me that they couldn't deliver it because of the COVID-19 outbreak. But yo, check this out. All right, come on, understand. Keep your driver safe. But why I see a FedEx truck 1 block over from my house? I mean, 1 block over from where they were supposed to deliver it. Man. But anyway, family, I'm just venting right now. Cause now I got to get this new computer. See, I was planning, we are streaming live the per onk on this Amani. I think the per onk starts at 11:30. If somebody out there that know the exact time, we will be having per onk, and we will be streaming live. It's going to be a digi per onk, right? Brought to you by Gye-Nyame Journey. You know what I'm saying? Done by Tyree Family Village. We're gonna bring it to you through Digi TV, right? But listen, so we're going to be streaming, and I wanted to have some more stuff set up because the computer I have, it serves, it's good, it's cool, it's beautiful, I love it, but it's not fast enough to keep up with the modern times. Damn, I'm sorry, Spreaker. It's not fast enough to keep up with the modern times. So you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to 60 frames per second. Right now we at 30 frames per second. I'm trying to get to 60 frames per second because both my phones could do 60 on the low end. I mean, I got some good phones. My phones they could do 30, but 60 and high definition and 1080p ain't shit for my phones, right? This is the type of cameras that we're dealing with here, right? So I almost want you to believe that you could reach in and touch, right? So when we start streaming, and when the young people start doing their thing, and when the brothers start doing their streaming, and the sisters start doing their streaming, the picture quality is immaculate, right? You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that we're able to bring you the quality that I believe our family deserve. But anyway, it's time for us to get to this toast. Let's go to the Daily Toaster screen. All right. I think the tea might be ready by now. I'll let it sit for dog. See, green tea, as you start letting it age, it gets thick. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go down there. I'm gonna have to do something tonight. So I'm gonna have to melt this honey. I mean, because my honey is crystallized, which is part of the reason why I didn't do it yesterday. And I didn't put on the show last night, family, because I was like, I said, I laid down about 7. I said, wake me up at 10. Because I didn't want to start it too early, right? I didn't want to start it too early. I wanted to go through the night, but I didn't get up. And then I woke up about 12:30. I was about to put it on, and I was typing it in, but then I said, no, I got to get up and go to my computer. Nope. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do it. All right. You know what I'm saying? Not going to do it. Not going to do it. But anyway, so first, family, first off, we raise our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. Lift up our glass. We salute that Creator. And guess what we say? Of course, Ashe. From there, family, we move on to our list of our ancestors. And I'm going to go as far as I can by memory. And then we will go to the paper. We got Take Your Breath. Get everything flowing. Oh, man. All right. We got Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William, Walter, Christopher, Fanny Gasson, Lean Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Avara Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallard, Montague Pittmanell, No More X, Pet Meyer, Rob Malika Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofo, Hector J. Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullen, the Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Lonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janet Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McQuaid, Fitz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Runderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker, Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge, Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agoso Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Evelyn Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Linda Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, well, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, lost the rhythm, Terrell Dunbar, let's see, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica, Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza, Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keachler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin, Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stober, Hader Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Afia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, where we at? James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, Jane Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Haley Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinelli, Amitep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Dean Monares, Gina Ruth Jones, Janet Callahan, William Walter West, Nigel Perez, Elder Basiji Fulani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Turk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Wallace, DeFritas Hines, Anna's Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scatterberry, Wilson Haley, Emma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Prentup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Candy, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Peanut Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Naylon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Jones, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gasson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Ward I, Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Urban, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClellan, Jerry Dorr, Mina Rousen, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gene Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, I'm Becca Alice Arno, Arthur Arno, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eulin Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Schooling and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon Bradley, Kim, Janie Hare, Tubman Kate, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino, Baby Hatch, that's Senior Melly Miller, Housing Hashtag, Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Riola Ross, Robert Nelson, President Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Frances Chappelle Jackson, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Albert Moore, Miss Vanilla, Albert Motley, Joe Dean Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erskine Houston, Led Oz, Elijah Oz, Jerome Oz, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Oz, Aaron Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Rube Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Froggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Captain Anthony, Ruby Brown, Charles Walker, Charlie Walker, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Bobby Lee Caldwell, Nevada Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javale McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekamaha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jack and Brothers, Reginald Alvin, Maxine Corporal, George Swan, Emmanuel Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, and family. From there we move to the Black Book. And we have Joella Giles, James Carswell, Roberta Adams, also known lovingly as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Jonathan Ford, Lottie O'Shea, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shang, Lewis, Robert Shelton Jr., Damian Talbot, Stina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins. We got Joy, then we got Ryan Ross Riggins, Jermonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McCarroll, Demetrius Word, Demetrius Beard, Harry Jefferson, Rob Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Simon Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sade Gardner, Melvin Scott Sr., Clarence Lumpkins, my fault. Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Goray, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition. Nigel Turner, Demetrius Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gantz, Reaper, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruthie Lane Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Margaret III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Hayes, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Deshandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. 62nd, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti Sue Walton, Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny P. Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem and Como, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, also known as Dr. Creamy Mackey, Victor Bowden, Priscilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Dusty Woods, T-Law Woods Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamara Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Samantha DeMond, Ethel Marshall, Steve Dougie Shelton, William Bill Walker, Carl Rico Johnson, Kim Grace, Stuart A. Johnson, Edward Young III, Isaac C. Jackson Sr., Drusilla Merle, Wayne Young, Christina Young, Thomas Young, Frank Morrow, Sylvester Foster, James and Lizzie Winston, Abe and Julia Lawrence, Ozell Leathers Sr., Gladys Cooper, Ozell Leathers Jr., Geneva Jackson, R.J. Lacey, also known as Toot the Don, Sabre Winston, Chris McKinney, Margaret Minter, Mary Smith, Juanita, Florine Stith Gibbs, Carl William Duncan Jr., Jana Callahan, Danny Hill, Miko, D. Nice Hill, Andre Martin, Mabel Williams. We raise our glass once again to all of our ancestors and family. What do we say? We say the mighty words of Ashe. From their family, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go from here? We move from the past to the present moment, family. We are in, of course, as we always are, in a very, very, very powerful moment. And this moment belongs to us. And we have to claim it. We have to claim it with power. We have to claim it with intention. We have to claim it with force. We have to make it work because we have a responsibility. We are standing on the shoulders of our ancestors, and on whose shoulders we have to carve out more space so that our children will have a firm footing, a firm place to place their feet for their lives, where they will have space and they will have time to do the things that they need to do for our people as well as for their families, for their tribes. We have to leave them the resources so that they will be able to do what it is they need to do. But the past and the future are all depending upon you handling your business in the present moment, family. We can wipe out all of our ancestors by us leaving this planet, by us now handling our business and allowing ourselves to be overtaken or overcome. I want you to think about how many ancestors out there have been forgotten. Not just by their people, because their people have been totally decimated, totally destroyed, wiped from the planet. So our ancestors' very existence is determined by what we are doing in the moment. Either we are building upon the legacy they have left us, even if the legacy is cracked and damaged. Either we are building and repairing it, or we are preparing to lose it, to give it away. Because there's other people that want your time, they want your space, and they want it to be all invested in them. They want it all for themselves because they understand this whole generational thing, even though we don't. They understand that the warfare is not just in a lifetime, it's generation. They understand that we're constantly striving and fighting for space as groups of people, as tribes, as nations. They understand it. And they understand how easily it is for a group to be totally wiped out. That means that for those of you that want to deal with Akashic records, your shit is erased. It's gone. Because there is no footnote, there is no page holder in eternity called the moment. Your moment was given away by our moment. Our ancestors' moments and our children's moments may be given away by those of us that's deciding to sit around and do absolutely nothing. Exercise short attention spans, not exercise our body. Practice constant fuckery. Fuckcraft. You understand? I mean, come on now. So in this moment, we want to lift up the idea of the power of this moment. And I'm challenging you, family. First off, before we go any farther, let's make sure, because I feel it coming on, if it ain't already hit me, we need to clap it up for all those born on Ujamaa. Because it is a Ujamaa baby's day. It's Ujamaa children, it is your day. And we celebrate you and we lift you up. But this is our moment. It's all of our moment. So in this moment, I'm asking you to activate your reticular formation and get out there and find examples of Ujamaa happening We have to exercise our principles, because I'm telling you right now, it's the culture that protects the people. It's a blanket in which we wrap ourselves. Part of the culture is the principles. I'm asking you to find the principles active in your life today. Even in quarantine, you will see Ujamaa. Go out there and find it. Take a picture of it. Write an article about it. Do something. Post it on Gye-Nyame Journey's timeline. Hashtag Ujamaa. Hashtag Ujamaa found. Hashtag Ujamaa day. Hashtag Ujamaa in action. Hashtag Ujamaa something. And if you're an Ujamaa baby, hashtag. Post a picture of yourself up. I'm a Ujamaa baby. Proud Ujamaa baby. Proud hashtag Ujamaa baby. Right? Ujamaa child. Ujamaa day born. Hashtag. And soon as I get finished, because I got to finish it. I didn't do no work on it last night. Finish the Discord. Each day is going to have its own room. And the room is going to be run by a tribe builder. Now, you got tribe members, we got tribe builders. So the room is going to be run by a tribe builder. And, you know, that's why I'm trying to get my family in there first. Trying to get the concentrated tribe into the Discord first. So hopefully I'll be sharing the Discord address, because I want you to log straight into the server so that you can see everything that's going on, and then also you can register for a post from the show. I might even change the name to Black Signal so that you can get all of the information for the show. Not only will you get a text when the show starts, but you'll be able to go straight to that and just write your text on the thing. Brother Hatim, you should talk about this today. You ain't have to be on the show. Brother Hatim, you need to talk about this today. Like, wow. Good, okay, cool, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And then we can have after shows, the after party show, you know what I'm saying, at the Discord, right? But anyway, let's keep it moving. So we lift up our glass to this present moment, realizing, oh, my fault, before we go that. So for those that don't speak the language, Ujamaa means cooperative economics. The motto principle today is reciprocity. The color today, oh, my fault, the M7 is gratitude. The color is green, as you can see. Got my beautiful green hoodie on. Polarity is the Hermetic law. Male name for the day is Yao. Female name is Ya. Female name is Ya. All right, so family, we raise up our glass for this present moment. We salute it. We protect it. We love on it. We empower it. We push it forward as a gift to our children and our children's children. We salute this moment. We say, Ashe. And from there, we move to our children onto infinity. We lift up the glass and we toast them in advance, letting them know that we handle our business. So from there, we move to all of our relations. We toast our relations, and guess what we say from there, too? We say, Ashe. That's right. That's right. Y'all learning. Y'all out there learning. Right? From there, family, we raise this glass. This glass right here goes up for that. This that selfish toast, family. What is it that you need? Those of you that's working. Those of you that's not working, you don't get this one. Those of you that's out there in that community, those of you that's out there doing your thing, those that are out there investing in their future, and they're, you know what I'm saying, doing some real work. I ain't just talking about going to a job. I understand some of y'all, we call that work. But in most cases, is working to make somebody else wealthy. It's not working for you. So we raise our glass for that selfish toast. What is it that you need in this moment to move towards the greater you? We lift up our glass and we say, I say, from their family, where do we go? Very simple. From their family, I want to toast the most magnificent, the most marvelous, the most uplifting, outstanding, the most incredible individual in the room. I want to raise my glass to you. And with that, we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy. 100 years, as we say in Gye-Nyame, and KN, because this is our thing. So now let's get to the news. It's matured nice. Sits on the tongue now. It's not just, my tea ready. The tea ready is at that point. It's at that perfect point. All right, let's go on. Boom. Oh, look. It just so happened that the Gye-Nyame Journey Facebook page is up. Oh, let me show you what I was talking about, though. I'm like, oh, there you go. Here we go. There you go. We go to type in GYENyamejourney.com. You see it right there, GyeNyamejourney.com. We got a site. We got several sites. You know what I'm saying? I started buying digital real estate a while ago. Right? But I just wanted to show y'all what I was talking about. What you talking about, Brother High 10? What you talking about? All right, so you got all this stuff over here. Now you come here and you can check out some of this stuff. This will take you to the headquarters, the home authors page. I do got an authors page, by the way, for you to talk about certain books, and I can take that down because a lot of those books I took off the market for a second. All right, you can also sign up for the Black Signal, but I don't know about doing that right now. But then if we go down right here, my fault, it's $150. This is the book that we will be coming from. And so I did an Amazon. And let's just click on that and see where that take us. Because I'm sitting up here amazed. And I'm wondering, one used from $150. Okay. So I'm going to go back in. And I'm going to reset a link. I'm going to find a link, and I'm going to reset it. But I just want y'all to know, family, I'm not playing with this. Follow Erskine Peters. I'm going to follow Erskine. He's the one that wrote the book. I'm following Erskine, So I am going to go on, and there's only one left. Wow. I'm not going to Amazon Smile right now. All right. Well, anyway, let's get back. I just want y'all to see that I'm not playing, and it's used. It's a used book for $150. Now, let's go on down the timeline real quick, because there's some stuff I want to cover with y'all real quick. Some stuff that might get us dinged, too. But, well, okay. All right. We got 905 people and 948 people follow. Thank you very much, family. I appreciate that. They said we have a 70% response rate, 2 days response time. What's going on with the team? The hell? Now I got to start talking to y'all like I talk to anime. Oh my God. We got a post reach this week of 7,028. See page feed. We got 1,257 video views this week. Man, family, thank you. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing but celebrate. Got a powerful community. Also, follow From the Desk of the Teacher. If you got time, check her out. She always dropping some insightful stuff, especially around this whole education piece. And she's in Detroit. Because Detroit is going to be one of the first places that when they start really doing some education reform, she's going to be able to let us know what's coming. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all better listen, because she got the skill. And she don't mind speaking her mind. Very, very intelligent. And good at what she do. All right, so has someone in your family been affected by COVID-19? Yes or no? Now, according to this, We done reached 719 people. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. I want to believe it. We got 18 engagements, but we only got 2 comments. We got 1 like. So 719 people. 719 people reached, and we got 1 like, 18 engagements, 2 comments, and both of those, my fault, both of those is Brother Devin's. The hell? I mean, so I'm wondering about the figures. Are they just juicing up, building up my head? Should I go on and start buying ads or something? I'm just wondering. I don't know if y'all real or not. You know what I'm saying? At least on Twitch, you know what I'm saying? I know. It's like boom, you know, you ain't getting this. You ain't achieving this. You don't get this level yet. But on Facebook, they can tell me anything. I don't even look, we got 719 people reached. I'm doing a poll and we don't have no responses. No responses. 719 people reached. Nobody is saying, hey, has someone in your family been affected by COVID-19? Yes or no? Simple, boom. No names attached. Okay. 18 engagements. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I should be, yeah, I'm gonna be angry. I'm angry, goddammit. Somebody lying to me. All right, let's go. Let's keep it moving. You know, if you listen closely, you can hear the pleasant sound of the brown girl snoring. And Gina's sitting over there sleep looking like my sister Tylese. This shit is almost spooky. Oh my God. Alright, alright, so you know, I'm on. Let's go to post. I'm sorry. Man, it rolls on the tongue. That's the consistency. I like it. It's a thick. If you look at it, it's like gelatinous. Would that be a word? It's not splashing. It's moving as one being. I love that. All right, let's go down. Okay. All right. So we got is a donate button up here? Add a donate button. Okay. Nah. All right. Join us for a live show. Says add a donate button to your post to raise money for a nonprofit, and we'll take care of the donation process with no fees. All right. So, how Russia is outsourcing its 2020 election meddling to Ghana. Now, I want us to watch this. We're going to, because I already said I'm going to be late. I want to watch this because I want to identify some fuckery for y'all. So, let me just I want to put on the alert before we start. Fuckery is present. Fuckery is present. Remove all young people from the site. It's contagious. It gets on you and it sticks. And it spreads faster than COVID. Fuckery alert. Fuckery alert. Alright. Just so y'all know. So let's get ready.
This is a new hub for Russia's infamous trolls.
This is the compound where the operation has been based.
Извините, подождите, пожалуйста.
How long have you been working for the IRA, for the troll factory?
For my own people.
But you're actually doing it for Russia, so you might want to explain to God that there was a mix-up.
The aim? To pit Americans against each other and create
there we go.
mistrust of the political system. A CNN investigation has found that across...
Okay, here we go. See what I'm talking about as far as the computer? Maybe I might need to go and set up a donation thing so we go because this computer is not
Ghana
coming.
was the launch pad for an online operation to stoke racial tensions and stir up social
Oh, you gonna start freezing on me, Facebook? You gonna freeze on me, huh? That what we doing now? That what we doing now?
unrest in the U.S. ahead of the 2020 election. On Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, hundreds of accounts churned out posts about issues such as racism and police brutality in the U.S.
Since the last U.S. election, there's been a lot of concern that Russia would once again.
Now, just bringing up the point. Is Russia, the evil East Asians? I think they're in the East. I don't know. Yeah. Is Russia exaggerating lies? Are they telling lies? Or, I mean, really, if they saying that Russia's doing this, is Russia pulling on something that's not there? Are they creating issues that aren't there? Or are they posting shit up that is actually happening and adding commentary to it? All right, let's go. I mean, I want y'all to look at this shit, right? I want y'all to really look at this. So Russia is using the fuckery that's happening in America to influence the election, but the fuckery is happening. Okay, let's go. Let's go.
Try to meddle in the American democratic process. Well, CNN, with the help of researchers from Clemson University, actually managed to find a Russian troll factory, and we tracked down for the first time the people on the ground who are running it.
For months now, we've been investigating this network of trolls targeting African Americans, and now we've actually come here to Ghana to try to get the full story.
Oh, they went to Ghana
in the run-up to our journey, we
have
discovered that all of the accounts were connected to an NGO called Eliminating Barriers.
Why not talk to some African Americans? And I'm gonna ask another question. Hold on. Why not talk to some African Americans about why some of this shit, if it's bullshit, is so effective? Why does it make it onto some of our timelines? I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? They want to stop the troll, but they don't want to stop the issues that the trolls are using to build their case. You don't want to change the conditions that the trolls are magnifying. Right? But go ahead. I'm sorry, CNN. I don't mean to disturb you, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Africa, known as EBLA or EBLA. Looking at the website, it was clear something was off. Parts of it still had dummy text. It was impossible to make an actual donation. And most mysteriously, one of the photographs had a Russian file name. Though the group claimed to be focused on issues like poverty in Ghana, its employees posted almost exclusively about the U.S. Some used incendiary language. America's descent into a fascist police state continues. Someone needs to take that senator out. Often they posted...
I ain't gonna say shit. Go ahead.
...on real U.S. groups, an attempt to gain legitimacy and build an audience. Many even implied they were in America. We all are sick and tired of the violence that's taking place in our communities.
Nice.
In reality, they were here, in a nondescript house on the outskirts of Ghana's capital.
This is the compound where the operation has been based. There's no sign.
Gye-Nyame, we get a compound over there. You know that, right?
Outside of the city, and you can see this is a very secluded residential area. And people here have been telling us that about 3 weeks ago, Ghanaian security services showed up here, raided the building, and no one's been back since.
Sources in Ghana's national security tell CNN that all of EBLA's funding came from Russia. After the raid, the accounts went quiet for a few days. Then on Instagram, the group changed their handle names and started posting again.
Okay. So
we're heading out now to meet one of the EBLA employees. They don't actually know the CNN is coming to this meeting.
Hold on. So we have individuals who are operating as a real force that is causing problems, and their weapon is the internet. Incredible. And they are in Ghana. All right, let's go look at this. Because I got another question. I got a real question for CNN. You know, since y'all want to stop it and the tension, and they're raising the tension between African Americans and the rest of the country, because it's wrong that they're doing that and they're exaggerating some of this stuff. And you know, I got a question for the CNN crew, because we're gonna take a look at this. Hold on.
But we're desperately hoping they might be able to give us some more information about how the NGO works and who might be behind it.
We finally managed to convince
Hey, Sebastian.
contact to agree to talk to us on camera. We're not going to show her face to protect her identity.
She tells us she was hired in September of 2019 and had no idea she would be working as a Russian troll.
Tell me more about your training.
So we were trained to use relevant hashtags. So if I'm posting about Black Lives Matter, I shouldn't add a hashtag about probably Beyonce.
The 16 employees were each given different areas to focus on: racism, police brutality.
So they were trained on how to properly use hashtags. Okay. Sounds very suspicious, huh? You know, so if you're posting about Black Lives Matters, it probably wouldn't be good to put the hashtag Beyonce on there, right? Right? You understand? So, you know, they're learning common sense, social media stuff. Okay. That sounds dangerous. Let's see what else.
Feminism.
Initially, your success is measured by the number of people you reach, but most importantly, you have to get followers, all right?
The tactics are strikingly similar to those used by Russia's internet research agency, known as the IRA, ahead of the US presidential election in 2016. The aim? To pit Americans against each other and create mistrust of the political system. Run by Yevgeny Prigozhin, a close associate of...
Alright, so they have a whole agency who look at how to use social media to influence, how to use media, not media by itself, but social media to influence how people vote, how people think, to bring tensions between different groups. They're using social media for this. Interesting. And it's called the IRA in Russia. What is it called in the United States? Because I know if Russia got one, we got one here. What is it called in the United States? What's it called in the black community? Or at least here, Gye-Nyame journey. Hey, what? See, y'all, I mean, do you not understand what is being shown to you? They are showing you, they are telling you that for many of us, this social media thing is a lot bigger and a lot more powerful than you actually know. While you're posting up shit about people fighting or some fuckery, you can be expanding ideas that shape the world. Oh man, let me go. I'm almost done. We almost done. I'm gonna let y'all go this morning.
President Putin, the IRA was later sanctioned by the US. This time, the Russians appear to be outsourcing some of their troll networks, offering plausible deniability. The employee tells us her boss was a South African who called himself Mr. Amara.
He said he was a passionate person about helping people
Did you know if Mr. Amara spoke any languages other than English?
According to what I heard, he spoke Russian.
We just finished interviewing this young EBLA employee, and it's just so striking that the vast majority of them had no idea what exactly they were getting involved with, who exactly they were getting involved with, and what the
Family question. You get approached to work a job where your job is to go on social media and to post your thoughts. You're already popular on social media, and a company approaches you and be like, look, I just want to help magnify your voice. I want to help you learn a couple of new things and blah, blah, blah. Would you take the job? I'm just wondering, right? You know, she says strange. What's she doing? She doing media, right? She doing media. She's shaping ideas, and she's trying to shape your mind with this fuck craft here. You know what I'm saying? You know, fuck craft. Because I got a question for you, CN. I got a question for you, CNN. I got a question for you. I'm just waiting to get to the end because I want to see your crew. Come on.
potential ramifications of it could be.
But Mr. Amara is not South African. In fact, he is not Mr. Amara at all. CNN has learned his real name is Seth Weredu, and he is Ghanaian. Weredu has worked and studied in Russia for many years. Months after starting the Ghana operation, he opened a second branch in Nigeria. In January of this year, Ebla even posted a job on LinkedIn in Charleston, South Carolina. The raid by Ghana's security services did not stop Weredu. On our last day in Accra, we find out that he has organized a secret meeting of employees on a university campus.
So we're here waiting at the location. Clarissa was following in the blue car just in front of us. She's parked just around the corner there. We're trying to stay inconspicuous here.
They're trying to stay inconspicuous. I'm going to explain.
We're sat here in the heat. Been here an hour and a half now.
They've been there an hour and a half.
Still waiting for people to turn up.
Still
I want you to look at their crew.
But some of them have only turned up in the last
hey, Katie.
So we think the meeting may still be on.
What are you seeing, Scotty?
Nothing interesting.
Hey, Scotty.
Two guys and our girl.
He tells them to create more accounts and promises they will get paid soon.
Okay, they're gonna run up on them. Hold on. Excuse me. Wait a moment, please. What language is she speaking?
Здравствуйте. Seth. Hi. My name's Clarissa Ward. I work for CNN.
Was she speaking?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Was she speaking Russian?
I just had a couple of questions for you about Ebla.
Okay.
And why you posted this job in the U.S. in Charleston, South Carolina?
Oh, but it's actually so strange for someone to come and ask you about EBLA right now, so I don't know how much I can be of help to you.
You're aware that there's a presidential election in November?
No.
You're not aware of that?
I know there's one in Ghana.
How long have you been working for the IRA, for the troll factory?
What troll factory?
In St. Petersburg, Russia. So,
well, I don't know what IRA is, so I can't say that I'm working for IRA.
So why do you call yourself Mr. Amara and say that you're South African?
I just think it's my own personal something. Everyone can call themselves anything that they want.
Hey,
Anyone
you
can
got
transform it.
men being able to call themselves women. What the fuck? Come on now.
Yeah.
I'm protected by God.
Okay.
I'm doing this for him. I'm doing this for my
Why she got a little small comment?
But you're actually doing it for Russia.
Yeah,
so
actually doing it
you
for
might want to
Russia.
explain to God that there was a mix-up.
Here he comes.
Moments later, we see Weredu drive off in a red Mercedes.
And wrong, he shouldn't have a Benz.
Wherever his money comes from, he seems to be doing well. The room where Ebla's trolls once sat now stands empty. But similar operations out there may be ramping up as efforts to influence the 2020 election continue.
right, so we can stop. So now, I was never family. I want to say, I want y'all to think about this. Did y'all see the crew? Did y'all see the camera crew? The whole crew. In line, no doubt. Doing surveillance. Every last one of them was white. Where was the black correspondents? The black cameramen. You got, you're going into an all-black country. You want to do surveillance in an all-black situation. And you want to show that what this dude is doing is brewing racial tensions, but you take an all-white team from America where they're posting shit about racial situations, and you take an all-white team to Ghana, all expense paid. They get to stay over there and do a whole episode and track people down and stuff, but you take absolutely no ADOS. Hell, there's no Ghanaians working for CNN. There's no black people working for CNN. You know, see, that's part of the hypocrisy that, you know, you go over there, you did a nice story. I don't know how true it is. You did a nice story, but you're lacking something, right? You're lacking the people that they're trying to influence. Why not send a black man or a black woman over there to interview and have a discussion with this dude? No, we send a white woman with possibly fake lips, I don't know, to go sit up in this man's face and come out with a smart comment that could have got her head knocked off. Well, you're actually working for Russia. You need to explain to God the mix-up. Knock your goddamn head off your shoulders. But anyway, let's go on back. Let's go and do the news, and I won't be done for the day. I know y'all like, Brother Hot Tim. You know what I'm saying? I just can't let you just fall for the okie doke. Just fall for the, you know what I'm saying?
I was raised to be a racist. It was never a part of my life until I was in prison.
Hell, Roland Martin was just over there. Y'all could have gave Roland Martin some extra money to go over there and do that. Right? No, they don't do that. No, they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? There were you couldn't hire a black contracting company, media company. You're going to break this story about the tensions in America being caused by this fake organization, but rather to use the community that is supposedly being affected by it, you send others. Well, I guess COVID is exposing a lot of stuff. Quarantine Digi TV will be airing possibly about 10:30. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm already late. I'm late for my adventures. So, Bernie Sanders was right, and Bernie Sanders is gone. Family, Bernie Sanders has dropped up out of the race. If you didn't know it, you know it now. All right? But they say Bernie was right, and you can read it. This from the New York Times. And yes, Yummy Journey does have a subscription to the New York Times finally, so we can read the article. I don't know if you're going to be able to read it, but we can read the article. So if you can't read the article, go ahead, Brother Hot Him Up. I'll come back on the show because we're going to have a Toast and Talk tomorrow because it is Good Friday. And, you know, I want to ask the question, is COVID the second coming of God? I'm just wondering, you know, is it the second coming? Is this the rapture? It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I'm thinking about the title right now. Is this the Armageddon? I don't know. Good Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's popped up on us. And how many? And I think the poll I'm gonna do tomorrow is how many of y'all's churches will be open tomorrow? I mean, will be open this weekend for the Easter holiday. I want to know. How many of y'all know of churches or participate in a church that is planning to be open? And then we got to deal with the question of why. All right, so we got Dr. Umar Johnson on here. You know, I know a lot of people don't like him, but what he said right here is pretty good. Propaganda, and the carnage to come. And the way to fight the carnage is through your own propaganda medium, which is what we're trying to build right here. You can't just have motherfuckers talking shit about you and you not talk shit back. Come on now. But here we go. I don't know who posted this. CeeLo, once again, CeeLo comes through again. Go ahead, CeeLo. All right. The media is the most powerful entity on earth. They have the power to make the innocent guilty and make the guilty innocent. And that's power because they control the minds of the masses. If we look at the major companies, I know Apple is big. And they're not quite media, but they provide tools that are used by the media. And Microsoft is big. They do the same. They a lot of the programs that Microsoft come up with, programmers use. Like I'm using Microsoft right now in order to run Google. And Google's another one. To run Chrome. It's not exactly a media company, but it gives access to the tools so that media can spread a little bit more. And all of those are some badass, powerful companies, family. But I'm going to ask you one question. Because I know Apple was the first $1 trillion company. Amazon is right behind them, right? But somebody tell me where Disney is. Disney is a media company. Right? You know what I'm saying? It's very few companies, even though they're higher, it's very few companies that have as much access to power and finances like Disney. Media. And all I'm saying is, where's our slice? Let's get our slice, right? We got to get our ideas out here. We got to get our shows out here. And it ain't all just news. It's some of us having fun, some of us kicking it. So y'all need to start thinking about the shows that y'all want to do, and let's get to producing them. Like I said, right now, I could do a 3 to 4 camera setup, and we'll teach you how to do one. You know what I'm saying? We just need to create content. Content is king. But yo, this is Brother Hatim. I'm running super late. I'm about to get up out of here. Oh, here go the safest game here's the safest virus-proof job in the world. Do y'all want to know what it is? Pro video game streamers are used to spending days. Pro streamers. They've been preparing for this shit for a long time. Pro streamers. I wonder how many it is. So go and read the article for yourself. Go and check it out. You see all the faces there. Very intense. But there's something missing. This dude right here is playing in the Doritos Bowl. The Doritos Bowl? They got bowls? Shut up. And a lot of y'all think that, because this is a portion of the income. A majority of income comes from streaming and partnerships, because the video game tournaments come every now and then. So let's go. Oh, yeah, let's go and look at this real quick. I ain't gonna look at that because they're gonna ding me. Oh, also, before I go, did you know, this is from Urban Intellectuals, this is posted up by one of my teachers, Dr. Linda James Myers. I pulled it off her story. Shouts out Dr. Myers. That's, one of my major teachers. The Pentagon recently admitted doing chemical experiments on black soldiers in World War II. And people always be like, why you don't like going to the doctor? I don't trust them. As far as I could throw them, I don't, it's like, I just want y'all, so this is an article that y'all could check out for yourself. And now, I'm going to say this, Cause I just gotta find out which music. If it's off the video, then cool, I could deal with that. But you know, like I said, I hope it ain't. I gotta find out what's being muted. So if somebody out there know, please hit me up, let me know. All right, this is from yesterday. This is Quarantine Digi TV from yesterday. So it got to be some music from the shows, because the only thing I play is yeah. All right. So all right, this is Brother Tim family. Once again, y'all have a great, marvelous, and beautiful day. I'm on my way to my adventure, and before we go.
To have melanin embedded in our skin is a gift. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? Too strong? Yeah. We were born to be great. Oh my gosh, when I say too black, you say too strong. Too black? To be great. Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine. Word from the wise, never catch your girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine. Say, the truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you. The truth is what I'm about to bring. Listen to the message I sing. I want to shine like diamond ring for you. I want to thank God for the gift that He granted to me, to break down things so you can see the truth, the light, with all my soul. From funk, jazz, and rock and roll, I say we can man rule what's overdue. A revolution you and I may come true. We all born sinner and we won't break free until we overcome hypocrisy. So stop, point finger, reach to the sky, listen to the message, hold your head high, say na 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 na. Hey, we need to stop speculating and move into action. The war isn't waiting, it's just getting disastrous. Time to change the way we think, what we say, what we do, strategize, find the tools to build and execute. We are the ones that's chosen, chosen. The enemy is closing, closing. They got the masses hypnotized. It's time for us to open their eyes. Word from the wise, never catch girls among swine. It's just a waste of time, cause they can't see you shine when you walk amongst the blind. Even when you reflect divine, divine.